Does your past lives matter? Do they really matter? Are they influencing your life today? Or are you just giving them too much energy? Peace unto you. My name is Nadiie, and today what's coming through is listen. Where focus goes, energy flows. It's very, very important for you to realize this. Oh, I had a past life of a king. Oh, I had a past life as a pharaoh. Oh, I had a past life of being one of the queens. Oh, I had a past life of this. Oh, I had a past life of that. One, time isn't real. But in this density, okay, people operate out of time. People love time. The reason why past lives are so prevalent within this frequency is because past lives leave off information that's going to assist you with this lifetime. Scientists have said that within your DNA there's something called junk DNA. They call it junk DNA because they don't want you to access it. Okay, we got that. Many people have already said that. So how do you access the junk DNA? Well, it's funny because you access the junk DNA, one, by being aware of extra DNA within you that needs to be unlocked. You have to accept it. You have to accept it. You have to, one, believe it, then transmute that belief into faith, then transmute that faith into knowingness. No longer are we asking you to have faith regarding these spiritual topics. Because faith is still, I'm going to leap off this cliff, but I really don't know. But because God told me, that's what faith is. Knowingness is, oh, there's literally no way that if I jump off this cliff, anything bad is going to happen to me. That's knowingness. That's how the masters operate. The masters don't operate out of belief or faith. No, we know. God gave me the ability of being. God lets me understand that I am the Christ. I know the fundamental laws of there is nothing that has ever existed or ever will exist that can harm anything that God created. With that information, when I hop off this cliff, I'm going to leap. I'm going to fly. I'm going to soar. I'm going to be good. Operate out of the knowingness. See, past lives, they leave off information. Like I had a past life of a king, a very, very recent one. And I recently figured it out. When I went to the astral realms, these beings were teaching me how to use like telepathy and telekinesis. And they were saying, oh, you had a past life of a king. That's going to be a little hard because the energies of that time, it's hard to translate it into these more esoteric abilities because you don't have full control. See, to be someone that has all the riches and all the fame and all of that, you have to lose a sense of being. You have to lose a sense of knowingness because you want to be so much in control. But who is the person or the energy force that's dictating control? Is your ego. Your ego wants to have all of the control. So even though I was a good person and all of that cool stuff in that past life, I still had to release some of my spirit self because listen, the spirit operates out of just knowingness. It doesn't need control. It can do without. It doesn't need friends. It can do without. I'm one with all. Why do I need anything? Why do I yearn for anything? But the dense bodies, the physical bodies, as the beings that inhabit Earth, we like, oh my gosh, I need this, I need that. God help me with this, God help me with that. So we orchestrated a way for us to get information filtered through us every incarnation. This is what past lives are for, but people are utilizing them in the wrong way, or they are being manipulated. A lot of people are being manipulated by certain beings and certain forces that don't want you to reach a specific level, don't want you to reach Christ consciousness, because if you reach Christ consciousness, not that of religion, not that of one particular figure, when you reach Christ consciousness, the highest form of consciousness, you can call it the I am, you can call it divinity, you can call it the God mind, it's all the same thing. I don't care about labels. It's about the energy signature. The energy signature is, okay, this is something that is close to God, the closest, or God, however you perceive it. When you embrace that, these beings that are manipulating the masses understand that you'll reach their level and status, and they don't want that. So we designed past lives in a way that, all right, I know it's going to be hard for me to get everything that I want on my soul agreements done. So I'm going to have a past life of a king. I'm going to have a past life of a poor man. I'm going to have a past life of a woman. I'm going to have a past life of a baby, just a baby, died at an early age. I'm going to have a past life for everything. I'm going to have a past life as a tree, a rock. And in each life, I'm going to filter out everything that didn't matter and will in information that is going to propel the next. incarnation. And that's what junk DNA is. It's your soul saying, listen, I know this world is crazy. I know it's going through whatever it's going through. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave information within your soul seed, and each incarnation is going to be there. Nobody's ever going to be able to take it away. All they can do is manipulate you into not activating it. But it's going to be there, and the moment you activate it, you're going to have trillions of lives just come to you, and you're going to know, oh my gosh, I have trillions worth of information. This is what those people that are revered as gods, they're not gods. Like Egypt times and all of those, ancient times, they're not actually gods. They're just advanced creatures that understood literally this principle. That's literally, you could be a caveman right now. This is how powerful past lives are. You could be a caveman right now, and all you have to do in life is focus on unlocking that quote-unquote junk DNA. The moment you do that, you could have had 1,000,000 lives. All of the information that matters is just going to... I know how to create a ship out of the air. I can densify the air, and I can manipulate this energy, bring forth electric from the watermelon. You could do everything because you've willed in this information. So how do I access the junk DNA? This is when it gets a little tricky, because the only way you're going to access it is by releasing the information that you thought you have learned from this world. All the spiritual techniques that's about memory regression, all of that, release all of it. All of it, release all of it. All you have to focus on right now is, how do I transmute my belief into knowingness? You have to start asking yourself questions. You have to dive deep. Dive deep. What makes me say I undoubtedly understand that this is truth? You have to go there. People want to skip these steps and do all. I just want to go, what did the master do? I'm going to do what he did. No. The master was able to accomplish that mastery lesson because he understood what makes him tick. He understands what makes him go. He understands what makes him stop. You have to ask yourself these questions. If I have information presented in front of me, and I didn't have any access to society, or I'm not being taught or manipulated by anything, when I see this information, do I instantly believe it? If I told you right now, oh, Barack Obama just sprayed up an entire church and they was doing some crazy stuff, you won't instantly believe it. But what will make you believe it? Is it your sight? Is it just hearing? Some people will just, oh, I believe him, so I'm going to believe the word. What is going to make you believe whatever? Find that out. Truly ask yourself. Truly ask yourself. All right, if I read this book, am I going to have any skepticism? Like, what is going to make me tick? When you find out, oh, I have the tendency to believe things when I see them. Okay, when you find that out, then you can orchestrate divine statements with God and say, listen, God, the way this physical vessel is working now in this lifetime, I got to see stuff for it to happen. So guide me to being the frequency in a way that will allow my eyes to adjust to that which is the spiritual eye, so that I may see all that you intend for me. It's very powerful. See, now you're moving on the path of the I am presence, the Christ consciousness. This is what's going to propel you forward. Do your past lives matter? Yes, they do. But when you get to the specific point in mastery, no, they don't. Because as a master, what you do is you collapse time. So now past lives don't exist. We're asking you as a master, collapse time into a single point. Anything that you was going to live, or everything that you have lived, collapse all the information that's going to be useful with propelling the consciousness forward, and live it now. And with that, we say welcome home.
To always believe the fact a rose is still a rose, no matter where it grows. Yeah, that's right, a rose is still a rose, no matter where it grows. Whether up high in heaven's end, or down below in the desert sand. Yeah, that's right, a rose.